Hello, my name is Will Ector, your tour guide. The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo of 1848 that ended the Mexican-American War ceded 525,000 square miles of new territory to the U.S. Included in this vast swath was sparsely populated state of Alta California. Then things got exciting when gold was discovered at Sutter's Mill the same year. Adventurers boarded ships and rushed here in pursuit of wealth, and the U.S. quickly recognized California as a free state in 1850. 750,000 pounds of gold was extracted during the gold rush era, but other sources of wealth like orchards developed in parallel. The U.S. economy surged with the increased supply of California gold. Wealthy new immigrants had money and wanted luxuries like good food. These Californians were among the first locavores because transportation of perishables was inadequate until the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad in 1869. The Berryessa orchards thrived, proliferated, and became the Valley of the Heart's Delight. Tourists came to San Jose to enjoy the vista of the orchards and their delicate pastel blossoms. The tour started in January with the almond groves and continued until early April's cherry blossoms peaked. Morning or afternoon tours followed. They followed roads familiar to us today like El Camino Real and the Blossom Hill Road. Though development has replaced the orchards, our street names hint at the not-so-distant past. These renderings were used by our muralist, John Pugh, to calibrate his color palette and seed his creativity as he proposed the Valley of the Heart's Delight mural that welcomes visitors to the Berryessa Community Center. It would overwhelm you if we tried to recognize every ethnic group that contributed to Berryessa's agricultural past. But here we highlight a few as representatives. Louis Pellier was recognized as an orchard visionary and has a park in San Jose dedicated to his contribution. His La Petite Prune des Ardennes thrived. The prunes may not be our go-to dried fruit, but it was very popular back then. "14,000 Chinese immigrants were instrumental in the challenging construction of the Central Pacific section of the Transcontinental Railroad, but many found employment in the orchards of Santa Clara County. Japanese laborers were an important element in California agriculture. By the turn of the century, numerous Nihamachi or Japanese towns have been established in California, ranging from Selma's one block in Fresno County to whole sections of town in larger cities like San Jose. Almost every agricultural area had a flourishing Japanese section of town. The Portuguese Historical Museum of San Jose puts it this way. Portuguese immigrants began settling in California in the mid-1800s. In the 1850s, the Portuguese began to settle in the Santa Clara Valley. They came with their dreams to build a new life for themselves and their families, and to escape the restrictions of the old world that limited their opportunities. Natural disasters in Italy early in the 20th century drove many to seek a better life in the U.S. Mount Vesuvius' 1872 eruption struck Naples. Then Etna erupted in Sicily, followed by the 1908 earthquake and tidal wave that killed more than 100,000 people in Messina alone. Many brought farming and winemaking skills along with their determination to our valley. Among the earliest Europeans in Alta California were the Catholic fathers who planted new fruits in their mission orchards. Over the many generations since, Mission Santa Clara was founded in 1777. Mexicans have made rich contributions to the agriculture of our valley. The The Valley of the Heart's Delight had rich soil, determined and capable farmers, and a West Coast reputation for succulent fruit. And now new technologies came to the fore. Canneries like Del Monte, located near the orchards to package the harvest, and in 1890, the Earl Fruit Company invented the refrigerated car to transport fruits to the East Coast of the United States. It was known as the Continental Fruit Express. Farming is brutal. First, you spend a fortune to buy the land, irrigation equipment, and trees. Then you plant, prune, protect, and pray that pests or disease don't kill your young orchard. Then you hope you get between 600 and 900 hours below 45 degrees to properly produce blooms and fruit. And you wait. For 3 to 5 years, you wait for the first commercial harvest, not work for the frail or weak-willed. Now you may share our deep appreciation for the farmers who created the Valley of the Heart's Delight. We think that master muralist John Pugh has captured both the scope and beauty of their achievements. His trompe l'oeil, or fool the eye, technique transport you to the edge of time. We hope you enjoy and engage with Valley, walk along John Pugh's arch time machine, and look into the past. The Berryessa Citizens Advisory Council was committed to quality of life improvements in our community and encouraging artistic expression. In 2019, the BCAC appealed for local artists to contribute their design for Berryessa wayfinding banners, and using a Beautify San Jose grant, placed 11 original works along Berryessa Road near the BART station. But in 2020, the fading of John's mural made restoration of the Valley of the Heart's Delight become our priority. We want you to understand the gratitude we feel toward the San Jose Office of Cultural Affairs. This team knocked it out of the park. They programmed funds, providing contracting leadership, delivered technical assistance, and protected the restoration budget from elimination due to the COVID impacts of the San Jose budget. Thank you, OCA. John Pugh's artistic vision soars both the original and the restoration. He is a fine artist and a generous mentor, eager to train interns and share his artistic and business techniques with aspiring muralists. John has over 200 murals installed around the world, and we encourage you to learn their locations as an enriching stop on your travels. John Pugh is considered to be the leading proponent, authority, and practitioner of narrative illusionism. When the restoration team launched in March of 2020, everyone was excited and eager to complete what looked like a one-month task. But there's a saying, men plan and gods laugh. The world had to confront a lethal new virus, COVID-19. The restrictions imposed to protect public health had John quarantined in place at his Truckee studio. What was advertised as a 2-week isolation to slow the rate of infection stretched into months. Then the wildfires of 2020 devastated swaths of California, turning the air into a noxious haze and forcing evacuations along a fire front that stretched for miles. The evacuation line came down to within a mile of the Berryessa Community Center. Restoration work was delayed for a year. Thank you, John, for restoring our mural. Fitting, you, Annie, and 2 Irish wolfhounds in your RV was a feat. And thanks to all who made this possible. If you are up for art, there is much to see in our area. The OCA website has a page dedicated to public art in San Jose, which is a great place to start. Another place to look is the Art Book Project that has transformed drab utility boxes into visual treats. One is close at the corner of Berryessa and Piedmont Road. Ms. Quinones painted it a brightly colored look at our agricultural past, and there are dozens more. If you are tired of standing, why not get out? You are about a mile away from lovely hiking trails along Penitentiary Creek in Alum Rock Park. Or, if you are up for a trek, you can load up your backpack, join the Bay Area Ridge Trail at the top of Sierra Road. Thank you for listening, and I hope you return soon. I'm Will Ector, and I wish you a good day.